What is up, DTube Steam blockchain? So today I want to do a video on the topic I want to call "Can you retire in 2021 from Hex?" And I got this idea to do a video about that because I mean, in some ways it's like a parody. Like I remember like these XRP guys when they did those videos in 2018 and 2019, and their dreams got crushed. Like nothing happened, the price didn't move, or it pumped a little bit and then it crashed again. It didn't have the glory that Hex has had these last 100 days. So I thought it would be fun to like make a parody, make a parody a little bit about it, because now when we are really closing in, I think we're around at just a 10x away from XRP or something like that. So it's kind of fun to make a parody a little bit of it, but at the same time kind of be serious about it. So can you retire in 2021 from Hex? I mean, obviously it depends on so many things. And anything can happen. This is crypto, all can go to zero. Nobody knows, nobody knows what the price is going to do, but it still is kind of like fascinating to kind of consider this topic. So what I think, people that got in very early and you know got some coins, I really do think that they can retire 2021, because I think that many of them just need like a 10x, and they're real good. Like 10x from here, I think that would make it so at the moment it's around a 48 or 47 or like 46x up. But if it 10x from here, new guys that comes in today, they only get a 10x. But the guys that were here early, they get, obviously, if they went in from almost the low, so then it becomes, if it does a 10x from here, I think how it works is they get then 10x times 50x, so it's like a 500x appreciation for them, compared to guys that comes in now that obviously have missed a ton. But it's kind of interesting with Hex, right? Because Hex is kind of designed to have a low inflation rate. So already after the first year, so this is just the launch phase. After the first year, it's just going to be a slow kind of ride from there, because the printing rate is slower than Bitcoin already year two. What took Bitcoin almost 10 years to get down to. So it's a very interesting question. Like, can you retire in 2021 from Hex? I mean, as I said, nobody knows what the price is going to do. It can all go to zero. But I think it's still very, very early, okay? And we have to consider that, well, this year, I think it may have a good, like I did some charting a little bit, like looked at it compared to Bitcoin in 2010, and the first 200 days here are very, very identical to the first, like, or the 200 days in 2010, how Bitcoin performed. It did like a 46x between July and December 2000, or December 2010. So it went from 0.007 something up to 30 cents. But what it did the next I think 200 days or so was even more insane. Then it did 100x. Okay, so if 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 Hex would perform the same, it would end the year at around 20 cents or 26 cents, maybe even 27 cents, if it performed exactly the same way as Bitcoin. Okay, so that's kind of interesting, right? So that would be 100x from here. It would take it from 0.007, no, 0.0027 to 27 cents. That would be 100x, okay? So that would be 100x for new guys, but for for guys that got in at like lower, obviously they would have such a way higher insane like appreciation for them, because this hex thing, it rewards early people, people that staked early, people that believed in it more. So yeah. So a couple of months ago, basically, I did. I think it was in February. I did talk a little bit about that. If I saw this price hit 0.001, then I would be happy with the price performance for 2020. Okay, and it has already outperformed that. It's now from that price, it's up 2.7x from what I was saying. Oh, it would be kind of cool if it did this, and back then I think it was like 0.0004, and I was like, okay, if it does a 2.4x or 2.5x from here and goes and removes 1 0, so it's just 0.001, then I am so happy with the performance for 2020, because then it's just a 10x away from 1 cent, and now it's almost just 3x away, 3.5x or something like that away from 1 cent, which is just insane. Okay, and it's like, that's just insane, like already, and it's just late April. So it's like, for me, it seems pretty obvious that it's going to, for me, from what I see, why wouldn't it just keep on going, you know? So for example, when I use consider it in my head, it seems like at least like $30 for like 1,000 hex is going to be a reality, and that would basically put it up 10x, you know? So okay, so new guys, like, would they be able to retire in 2021 from this, even if they got in now? It's quite interesting, right? Because you do get this big payday late or November 2020. So if people stake many years above that, maybe up to 2025 or something like that, 2028, I mean, obviously, I think that they're gonna get insane price performance, like in a positive movement, because this whole market cap is like almost $500 million already, and it's barely been here for 150 days. Almost $500 million market cap already. If you look at it, it's pretty obvious that this is going to be a top 10 crypto quite soon. So it's like, we kind of know that it's going to be up there for many years, you know. And if it's going to be a kind of top crypto there for many years, it seems like and since it has something that other cryptos doesn't have, it has the trustless interest factor, something that other cryptos do not have. So it doesn't even compete with other cryptos in many ways. So it has that. So, and also that is top 26 coin already in 150 days. That's just insane, you know. 150, yeah, top 26 crypto. It's top 26 crypto in 150 days. Top 26 crypto in 150 days. You know how insane that is? I mean, I mean, that's almost top 10, you know? Almost top 10. I mean, top 26. It's almost top 20. Wow. In 150 days with all the gatekeepers. That's crazy, man. Like, that's just crazy. So, I mean, if someone can retire in 2021 from this, a lot of it depends on how much money they have, obviously. Because if they want to get the same amount of coins as early guys got, wow, they have to put in way more money, like 25x more money or something like that, if they want to have the same amount of coins. So obviously, like, if people do long stakes, like 10-year stakes, like 8-year stakes, like 5-year stakes, I think they're gonna have so insane price performance that it's just unheard of, like, in the world. It's just gonna be, it's gonna sound insane, I think. Now, people that stake shorter, I don't really think they are gonna get that much. Well, I mean, they're gonna get the big payday, even if they just take a year, but I think they're gonna miss out so much if they even just like take 1 year less here and there, because it's like it's the shares in Hex that is the most valuable, and they get more scarce over time, and then you kind of get this compound interest effect. So if someone stakes long, I easily believe that they can retire in 2021. But as I said, I mean, it all depends on how much money they have and how much they put in. And as I said, I mean, this nobody knows what the price is going to do. Can all go to zero. But there's a lot of people locking their coins for like 10 years. And if people try to emergency end stake, they get hit with massive penalties. And it seems like a lot of people want to get in again, maybe that sold early. And if it would dip, then I'm fairly sure that they would kind of buy up. And it's really interesting if you look at the price right now. So it went up to 0.003 or almost 0.0032, and then it dipped down. Now it's almost dipped down 15%, and 15% dip, it's not that much in crypto, you know. And it seems like it's kind of want to go up there again to kind of all-time high, and all-time high was only 5 days ago, and it almost hit it again like 2 days ago, I think. So it's just everything just looks so good. It feels so well designed that I really, I see this is probably going to be over $100 billion in market cap eventually. That's kind of like how I see it. So it seems like, yeah, a good 100x is eventually going to come. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen this year or if it ever is going to happen, but it kind of seems like it can actually go up there this year. Because if it's only like a 3x away from 3 cents or 3.5x away from or from 1 cent, I mean, if it's only that already right now, well, it's probably going to hit 1 cent, right? And when it does that, FOMO probably is going to go up a lot, especially if it has the potential to maybe even reach $1, because it's almost like, I think it's very symbolic, like 1 cent, and then people can more grasp it in their head that, wow, only 100x and they would actually have hit $1. And I think also at $1 that people kind of perceive it then more as like digital gold, and then they really want to get more of it. So I think you can have this like massive FOMO run happen in a few months that really may push it very, very high, you know. So yeah, and when I've been running the math, it seems like 20 cents for a hex is pretty reasonable for the value that you're getting this trustless interest aspect, and that if you lock up your coins for longer, you get more shares. It just seems like it should be at least 20 cents, you know. But I think it can even outperform that, so like with a lot, you know, because it locks up a lot of economic value, and a lot of people like saving, and like CDs are in the trillions. Wow, you know. So it seems like this is a $1 trillion market cap coin eventually, because it's just better designed than Bitcoin. And its whole purpose is more to be this saver thing, a decentralized time deposit. It's designed for that purpose and intent. Bitcoin was never designed to be a time deposit, so like that you can like lock up your coins, and then if you lock them up for longer, you kind of get more. So it seems like it's smarter designed, you know. So and I mean, I'm only talking about like retire in like 2021, you know. If you have a longer time span, and you're fine with just 2025, it seems like you're gonna be real good, you know. Or even just like 2023, I think that's gonna be amazing also. Now, as I said, nobody knows what the price is gonna do, but I think yeah, I think this is gonna go places, because it's like when these things pump, they pump hard, you know. And that's what we've been seeing. I mean, it has pumped so hard already this year, and this is before no mainstream FOMO is even in yet. And it's just like, wow. it just looks good, man. So yeah, I definitely do believe that a lot of people will be able to retire in 2021, especially like early people, and even maybe even like people that maybe even people that get in now. But I mean, again, it's like since it has gone up so much, they would have to put in much more and probably want to lock it for longer. So you have this like war to get more coins, and then people lock them up more, and and the people that lock them up more, they get more shares, and then other people see that their share or that other people are getting more, and then they also want to get in. So it's really really engaging to kind of see all this data here. 410 million market cap, 144 million locked for 4.58 years. It's very very cool stats, you know. It's like super cool. Yeah, so everything just looks awesome. At the moment, total supply 200 billion hex, $550 million. Wow, that's just crazy. Uh, yeah, and that's mainly because like the total supply is $550 million, but the market cap is $400 million because 144 million is locked. So you just count on the circulating supply 409 million, but that's insanely high, you know. Like that's just awesome. So yeah, it's like fascinating stuff. So yeah, I definitely do believe that a lot of people will be able to retire in 2021, but maybe not so many people that. I mean, sure, if they get in now, but if they're just in it for the money and like trying to get rich fast, I mean, it's like a lot of people that got in early, they also have like way longer stakes, like 5 or 10 year longer stakes. So they're gonna be around a lot. So the kind of cool thing is that this is like super long term. So you're gonna feel like super rich, and then maybe other people also kind of feel that they kind of want to get that kind of same feeling. So maybe also they get in and like do like super long stakes because you get this like long-term feeling of feeling rich when you kind of see your net worth go up. So it's a fun topic, right? And it's also fun because it's like the XRP guys, they never got to retire. But the Hex boys, many of the Hex boys that got in early, I mean, I think they're gonna retire in 2021. Maybe buy a boat, maybe buy a cool car, who knows? Uh, Maybe donate to charity, who knows? But I think hexers in the future are going to do a lot of cool stuff on this planet because they will be able to have the funds to do a lot of interesting stuff. Of course, as I said, stuff can still fail, you know, but when I see something that performs this well and so many people love it, uh, you know, it's like it seems like it's going to become the most successful cryptocurrency in the whole world, and that it's going to do the flip Ethereum, XRP, and Bitcoin, and become the top one cryptocurrency and the highest appreciating asset all time probably. So that's what I want to talk a little bit about today. Yeah, have a great day, DTube and Steam blockchain. Bye bye.